Welcome back, everyone. Thank you, Ben.
I got you.
After that game, I'm eating my carrots and I don't know. We got one more Dota game. Well, two more Dota games.
I don't think these can match up with that one, though. Wow. That one was probably the closest Starladder game that I've seen.
Yes. Well,
Some of them have gone long, but it's like, I kind of know who's going to win. But that one I was like,
and some of them are a little back and forth, but that one was like until that very last 30 seconds of the game, you couldn't tell who was going to win. Like maybe at some points you thought you knew, but it quickly changed.
you think you
So,
knew.
yeah. But as said, we've got another match coming up. It's going to be Sigma versus Fnatic. Fnatic, and right now Fnatic looking okay. They're 7-3. Sigma, they're 7-5. That loss isn't just yet updated on the grid. So Sigma in a tough spot, but Fnatic, if they start getting together some wins, they can theoretically still qualify for the LAN finals. So this is a pretty important match for these guys.
38-62. Favorites are Fnatic. So slightly more lopsided odds than last game. This is about fair, I'd say. Fnatic is like pretty strong. They've traditionally been like really strong, but now they're just like pretty strong.
Yes.
And Sigma is kind of like middle of the pack of Starladder. Slightly better to middle of the
Sigma's
pack.
been kind of slumping a little bit as well as of late. But they also see Fnatic and Ember Spirit. So I haven't seen
That's
Fnatic,
a second pick Ember Spirit,
yeah,
too.
haven't seen Fnatic play it that much, but it's such a strong hero. Neither of these teams known for their Ember Spirit play, but it's such a hero.
Ember Spirit is just ridiculously good. That hero should be first pick like almost every single time. And Sigma will go for Centaur Shadow Shaman opener.
We saw the Centaur actually banned out last game, so Sigma obviously really likes Centaur.
This is a very unusual first pick, though. First pick duo. Shadow Shaman, first thing about him is he's very bad in the off lane. You can normally not run aggressive tri lanes against him. Maybe if you know there's going to be a jungler, but he's just so weak, and he's usually the focus point of the tri lane, and he's very weak, and he will lose you your tri lane alone. Yeah. So that means you kind of have to put him solo mid or as a support. As a support, he's not bad, though. I kind of like him in the safe lane or even as roaming. He's okay versus Ember Spirit, I say, but he's like pretty short range. Ember Spirit can usually just demolish these supports at long range, so not the best. He does have a lot of physical damage, and he can push towers down early, though, which is always nice versus Ember Spirit.
Okay, so pushing down towers against Ember Spirit, what other ways do you like actually deal with the Ember Spirit?
Hard silences, dooms, orchids. You need these things with really low cast time, though, because he can just good ones will just slide a fist dodge most things or remnant dodges. So you need instant. Like Orchid is amazing versus Ember Spirit if you can farm it. The problem is Ember Spirit usually wins his lane.
Yeah.
Doom is okay versus him, but again, you have to get the jump on him. You can't just like walk up to Ember and doom him. Usually, you need a blink or a shadow blade. I saw Cloud9 run Drow Ranger as well as Skywrath for their dual long duration silences.
Okay.
Death Prophet is not bad either. Silence is just really effective versus him because BKB makes him weaker, I'd say, because you have to invest all this gold into an item that doesn't give you that much damage. This guy's all about damage. What else have I seen work pretty decently? I guess those are pretty much the only ones that I've seen work really, really well versus him. Lifestealer's okay. Anyone with Abyssal is really good versus him too.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely got to get the jump on him. I think that's like the big thing. Which
Blink Shadow Shaman, Blink Lion, those are really good too.
Yeah, but it's one of those series, like, even if he doesn't win his lane, like, he just comes to the mid game, like, when he hits that level 8, level 9 with Sleight of Fist plus Searing Chain and just wrecks everyone.
He's broken.
All you need is Phase Boost Magic Wand and you're, like, and a bottle and you're good to go.
All you need are levels with this guy.
Yeah.
He's insanely good.
So, ganking him, you gank him to slow down his leveling, not really to shut down his farm. But Sigma pick up a Chen here, so it looks like they do want to go for a kind of push-oriented strategy with a Chen, Shadow Shaman. The Centaur, if he can get himself a Blink Dagger, does act as a fairly useful hero to have in a push, because he can actually get the jump on and start off a good fight.
It's nice for retreating too. Stampede is you always want to be able to disengage after a push too. So, well, looking at this, Fnatic, Dazzle's really good to complement with Ember Spirit too, because he's so squishy. Like keeping him alive for 5 seconds is just really, really good.
Another hero to keep him alive, the Abaddon. So Fnatic are going all in on the Ember Spirit. But
why not, man?
At the same time, what actual counter push do they have? Ember Spirit's a good counter pusher once he has Battle Fury.
I mean, he's pretty good by himself. Like, he's not good at clearing creeps, but he's really good at knocking heroes' HPs to the low enough point where they kind of have to think twice about pushing. And they don't really have that much sustain. They have Chen heal. That's about it. But they have a lot of push. I think Fnatic, they need, like, Timber, I think, would be really good here. Timber's really good for Centaur. He's not that great for Shadow Shaman, but he's still like an annoying in-your-face hero. Because if Ember Spirits are like only front line, even with these two, he's still not going to be that effective. So I think another hero to grab their attention, like Viper, like we saw last game, or Timbersaw. I think Timbersaw is much better versus push though because of
they just need like some good creep clearing too. They get a life stealer for now, so there's your carry. Ember Spirit mid, life stealer in the carry role, but zero AoE apart from Sleight of Fist.
Yeah, life stealer is okay versus Shen though. He's decent.
I'd like to see like at least like they have to pick some AoE type hero as their last pick. Like even if it's just something like a Windrunner with power shot. The Timbersaw you mentioned is definitely a good choice. So
Offlane Puck would have been good, but it's been banned out by them. They don't really have good catch, I guess. I guess Ember Spirit with Sleight of Fist and Searing Chains, but
reserve time.
So.
Right. Well, Fnatic will see what last couple bands coming their way. Fnatic, they get the last pick, so they can see what Sigma go. If they go all in with a push, Fnatic almost have to get some kind of AoE.
I don't think Lifesteal was a good pick. I think that Gyrocopter would have been much better of a pick because they're already going to have their hands full with Ember Spirit, and Gyrocopter already will have the backup with Dazzle and Abaddon. They don't really need a super defensive. I don't really think Lifesteal is like a super defensive carry, but he has defensive capabilities built in, and they don't really need one with it.
Yep. Well, Sigma, last pick coming their way. They've still got plenty of time to think things through. Unlike Fnatic, who used up most of their bonus time, but...
So what do they need now? A mid that can push well, or another support that can push well?
Well, Fnatic banned out the Viper. I think they need a mid, because Shadow Shaman, I think, is better played as a support.
Death Prophet would be really good for them right now.
Oh, yeah.
Death Prophet would be, like,
Tinker.
sick nasty good.
That's a faster Tinker. He plays a pretty mean Tinker.
Tinker's decent. I usually just see Ember Spirits poop on Tinker, though.
Yeah, because you can catch him out even blink that.
Yeah, and his laser doesn't really do that much versus him because he can still Sleight of Fist crush you and burst you down with magic damage. He's just really good at finding him after his blink too, because that radius on the Sleight of Fist and the jump with the Remnant is a little bit too fast for Tinker to rearm and blink away again. So he is decent at shutting him down in mid lane though.
5 seconds remaining.
I would have just gone for Death Prophet and try to end the game early. Like they have almost nothing to stop their 5-man. Their 5-man is they're good at keeping people alive, but in terms of actually winning team fights, Fnatic doesn't really have that much.
Ooh, that's a good hero.
Yeah, it's decent. It's still not that great anti-push. Like the Spirit is like all right, but it's not amazing. I guess they're just relying on Sleight of Fist plus Natural Order to crush everybody, which is not a bad way. When you have Ember Spirit, you just want to keep him alive, augment his damage whatever way possible, and start owning people. I wonder if we've seen like an Ember Spirit plus Magnetar, give him Empower and just start Sleight of Fisting everybody.
That's what the Korean teams are doing.
That's ownage. Like they free battle fury.
Whenever they can get Ember Spirit, they'll go Ember Spirit plus Magnus and give him the Empower. He'll go like double Battle Fury still, and then just have a trillion cleave.
You can't push into it. You might not be able to. Like the Ember Spirit team might not be able to push, but you can't push into that.
Yeah,
you'll just get wrecked.
Yeah. Well, we'll get ourselves into the game. It is Sigma versus Fnatic. Sigma just had a like 75-minute. They had a game, a real Dota game. That was something. If you missed that game, guys, definitely go out and check the VOD. Sigma versus Roxkiss, a 75-minute epic match. I won't spoil it for you now, but it's definitely worth checking out. But they're now going to go straight from that up to another match against Fnatic. Do you think they're going to be like fatigued and just a bit exhausted after that game, or do you think they just forget it and move on?
I think a lot of it has to do with the outcome of what happened. I don't want to spoil it for people.
Okay.
So, I think they're going to be fatigued though. If 75 minutes is pretty long. They didn't really have much of a break in between. I mean, you can be like, "Hey, Captain, can you draft a little bit slower because I need to get water. I need to go to the bathroom. I need to go stretch." But as far as it goes, this is a completely different lineup, and I do not expect this game to go that long. Like both teams have like very good like snowbally lineups. Like if Fnatic can prevent Sigma from pushing early, I think Fnatic will just run all over them. They have very good small skirmish heroes, but at the same time, if Sigma gains some early momentum with like 2 or 3 towers early, then I think they can just get early BKBs and push down Fnatic's base with an early Roshan. So I could see this game going either way, but I expect it to be like 30-35 minute game or much sooner than that.
All right, well, we'll get ourselves underway here. Both teams have all reconnected, ready to get into it. We're going to introduce Sigma on the Radiant team. It's going to be Miggle. He'll be playing the off-lane Centaur. Headed towards the mid lane, it's going to be Fata on the Tinker. We're going to see Mad, or Ten, as he's tagged up here, playing the jungle Chen. We're going to have Pass playing the support Shadow Shaman. And then finally, on the carry role, Paris going to be playing the Luna.
Yep. And on the dire side, we have Fly on the Abaddon. Oh, there are already 5 mana into the opponent's jungle. Do they have
Yeah.
a smoke yet? Their 5 mana is not amazingly strong because you can't actually have the Searing Chain Sleight of Fist. I have not actually seen Hani play Ember Spirit. Have you?
I've not seen him play Ember Spirit, no. But I'm sure he's practiced it. Can you check his profile,
I
or is
will
it private?
check.
See how many pub games he's had of it.
I'll check.
But I'll keep an eye on the action here. If anything does go down, Hani only has
30
obviously can only level up
seconds to
one of
battle.
his 3
Oh,
skills.
he has not played Ember Spirit in 2 pages. He's played 2 games on his 3rd page.
Hani actually uses up a Tango just in the enemy jungle here, trying to get maybe a Searing Chains off.
He's played it like 3 games on his first 9 pages, so that is not very much Ember Spirit at all. I can check that Dota too. Let me do some more research. I think that's a very important point. Like, bad Ember Spirits will just like
The
it's just
battle
whatever.
begins.
Can be very low impact in general. Yeah.
It's a huge
Okay.
detriment to your team.
Well, I'll introduce the rest of Fnatic while you do that. We're going to see Trixie play the Elder Titan in the offlane, Fly on the spot Abaddon, who you mentioned already, Notel on Dazzle, Hani mid on the Ember Spirit, and then it's going to be Era playing the carry Lifestealer at top lane. And Miggle finds a double damage rune to start things off, so that'll help him out a lot in this 1v1. Well, it's not going to stay a 1v1 matchup, but for now it is. So
He's played him 3 times.
in pro games recently.
Win-win loss. 11th, 10th, and 6th. So barely recently, I guess.
Okay.
I mean earlier this month, but
Well, I guess, yeah, that's where we didn't see Ember Spirit even banned out. And Sigma don't run Ember Spirit really at all. And that's something which I feel like every team at this point needs to be getting an well, yeah, it's in competitive Dota.
you have to have an Ember Spirit player.
It's likely to get some nerfs, but I don't think Iceberg's going to want to nerf it into the point where it's a useless hero. Like, he'll still want it to be competitively viable. So, if you don't have a player who can play Ember Spirit, then that's a problem.
It is a big problem.
That's where Fnatic, like,
It's kind of like not having a mag player in that patch where mag was just like ownage.
Yes.
You have to have a mag player. Well, I guess there comes a point where he'll get banned out every game, but some games, if people, especially if people know you, they'll just like whatever. You can take Ember Spirit, and if you don't, we'll take it. So
yeah, that's
First
what
pick
happens.
is
It gives
actually
you such
detriment.
in the draft. We are going to see if, rotation towards mid lane. Hani in all sorts of trouble. The Chen not even needing the Sentinel stuff. First Blood goes Fath's way.
this
Nice
is
little
the perfect
rotation.
way to shut down a Ember Spirit, though.
Yeah.
Firstly, they dual lane him. Secondly, they have a strong mid. Tinker has a range. Pretty much most range heroes will do decently versus Ember Spirit, up until he gets his like bottle level 6. But right now he's sitting at level 2. He has his bottle right now, but it's 1.5 minutes in. He has 4 creeps, and he's already died. So
Miggle at top lane. We'll get caught out here by Notel. Thinks about throwing a hoof stomp, but he's just going to hold on to it now. He's got the 1 point in return, which makes it so Notel does not want to really harass him at all. So Sentinel will be okay in this offlane for the time being. Actually, Notel coming in again. This time the stun will land. Notel will take quite a decent chunk of damage out of it. Poison touch is there. There's going to be an open wound. Notel going to be careful. He takes a lot of damage every right click. 20 damage being returned to him. And, well, this time he can lifesteal. Open wounds means you can lifesteal a little bit up. But hey, he'll back off and realize they're not going to be able to get this kill. And Centaur, using up all his regen, uses up a salve, only has 1 Tango left at the time being.
he's still getting very good experience, and that is what matters. Looking at Trixie in that off lane, he is level 2.5, supported by the Abaddon, who's also 2.5. Pos taking a lot of damage. Looks like Suck just forced to rotate from the lane. Looking at early CS, how does the Lifestealer compare to the Luna? Both have 9. Mid lane, though, 12 CS on the Tinker, 13 and 3 compared to the 6 and 0 for Ember. So Ember not doing too well there.
Yeah, and not to mention the kill going fastest way. That was the first blood, which gives him boots, bottle, null talisman as well. He's on top of this lane for the time being. There was a kill at bottom lane. Luna kills off the Abaddon, so getting a bit caught out there. There's Shadow Shaman comes in to help things out, and now we
there's
see a
another
smoke. Yeah.
Ruh-roh. Ember
Did they get
Spirits.
spotted? This dire ward spotted them though.
Did it?
Right, it was,
I mean, he's in a really bad position right now. He's acting like he didn't see the smoke.
okay. We'll find out soon enough after this creep what he does. He's gonna kind of push forward here. I think you're right. Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
Well, what is this? Miggle getting a solo kill in a dual lane. We'll go back to this smoke gank though coming out. Ani. No boots. I think they're on way on the courier, and this looks like we will see a kill here. Shackles, shockwave coming out from the Centaur. No chance they'll get anything in return. And that was I think, Abaddon cancelling his TP towards the mid lane.
Yeah, they definitely did not see the
What?
smoke.
Centaur got a kill on Dazzle.
Yeah.
Jeez, that shouldn't happen.
That should not happen. But I mean, Centaur he's pretty good offlaner. It seems.
Yeah. Oh, he's a really good offlaner, but it's
Dyer's
still like
middle tower
it shouldn't
is under
happen.
attack.
Yeah.
still very bizarre. Tinker finds out his ancients have been blocked, but it's just a sentry ward, so they'll actually spawn, I believe, maybe at 5 minutes.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So he'll get those soon enough. Won't be a full observer ward duration.
More than content to just farm out the mid lane.
Yep, absolutely. As we do see Miggle, he's got Tranquil Boots, so he just needs to bring it out on the Courier. And Pass, he's just gonna... Oh, he's already got Sol Ring, so... oh, sorry, not Pass, Fata. I get getting these German players mixed up. So Sol Ring, Boots, Bottle, Null Talisman, and just 4 minutes in. That is huge farm from a Tinker.
Fnatic's getting just rolled right now, though.
Yeah, this is not a good start by any means. All of their lanes not going well. They've lost all 3 lanes, essentially.
Yes. Yes, they have.
Gonna see another attempted kill at top lane, no tell. Needs to be a bit careful here. We saw what we didn't see what happened last time. That's an inaccurate statement, but
we know what happened last time.
Yeah. Era can just keep on finding a way. He likes to go from Midas quite a bit. Era is one of the better lifestealer players in the Western scene. Plays a lot
Is
of
it
this
enough
hero.
to carry Fnatic though to victory?
Yeah. There's no good lifestealer infest bomb targets for this game. Like, who are you infesting? You've got no Puck, no Storm. You've got an Ember Spirit mid. Like, but Ember Spirit doesn't want to fire Remnant into a risky position. So there's no one to really use for infest bomb at all.
I guess Ember.
I don't think you want to go. I'd rather like see him just like run into a support and like have Abaddon like YOLO into a fight. Abaddon just charges in.
That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, Era gonna dodge a stun here using the rage. Not gonna bother Miggle too much. He's still got.
So is Sigma gonna farm at this point, or are they gonna 5-man? Because I think it's safer to farm. Like they can just get big on Tinker.
Another kill bottom lane. This is actually gonna go Sigma's way once again. Shadow Shaman and Luna teaming up for that one.
I saw them harass them down a little bit, but they're dying in mid lane.
Yeah, jeez, these kills coming all over the place. Tinker actually quite far into the tower here. Fnatic want to get their first kill of the game. No Tell keeps himself alive with a grave, but 1 or 2 more right click could be the kill here. Chen's trying to commit to this one. Not going to go for it. Searing Chains comes out from the Ember Spirit. Maybe Ember Spirit goes down. All these spells on cooldown. Now the Abaddon shield will get 1. That's the Tinker going down. So a worthwhile trade for Fnatic, but boy, do they have to commit a lot to that one.
Yep, and now Hani's almost level 6 though, so now things should be a lot easier for him. Well, maybe not that much easier, but certainly easier.
Well, 6 kills to 1 still. And that Tinker, like, he goes down, sure, but he is so ridiculously fat already.
Yep.
So, Ancients now unblocked, so we can start looking towards those being stacked for the Tinker to help get him that catch-up. Not that he needs catching up, more just to accelerate
Or even
him
for
ahead.
Luna.
Yeah. Luna's actually rotated mid, has an Eclipse here, Fly, not level 6. I think he maybe spotted the Luna here. That was a nice attempted rotation coming out from Paris. I kind of like that, but doesn't pay off for him.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, he's going to look for this Elder Titan, which may pay off depending when Elder Titan backs off. Paris comes in now once the creep wave pushes forward, and we may see an Eclipse used for this kill. Yep. Oh, the creep wave's going to come in as well. Needs some RNG in his favor.
Wow.
He'll get the RNG.
What in the world? I think that was 2 of 4?
Yeah, 2 of 4, and there was a full creep wave by. Meanwhile, mid lane, the Centaur Stampede being used will not save the Tinker. Centaur's coming in, though. Will miss a hoof stomp. And Miggle now, going to be on the run. Actually throws out a double edge, looking for a kill there. Just a level 1 double edge. Instead, they'll go on No Tail. No Tail without a grave. He'll go down. Searing Change onto Miggle. Here comes a TP from Era. Era wants Miggle here. The Centaur taking quite a bit of damage here. There's going to be an ensnare coming out from the Chen Dark Troll, and Miggle still alive. Chen Heal comes in as well. This Chen's suddenly level 6 already. That's a really value Hand of God coming out and keeps the Centaur alive.
Yep, and it will force Era to rotate from the lane and not even get a kill. And meanwhile, we see Paris pressuring bottom tower. Glyph already used. He will use a Luna illusion to try and redirect the creep wave, but nope, not that much damage to the tower. Glyph was forced out though.
Yep. Centaur going for the build we don't normally we see Centaurs actually max double edge over the stun.
I like the hoof stomp more personally.
It doesn't like the double edge kind of scales a bit better. I think is what
it's lower cooldown too.
Yeah.
I mean, 1 point already does like almost half the max damage, though. 175 out of 400, and it hurts you too. Hoof stomp doesn't hurt you. You get longer stun, 2 to 2.75, and it does significantly more damage, 100 to 250. I don't know. I just generally like stuns more than they're just better utility, especially if you get like versus Abaddon. Yeah. Bursting is not as effective, but it's still a significant amount of burst. Hani trying to go in mid.
Wow, Chen has a mech already. I guess he's gone like full naked mech, which is...
Well, he's 2-0 and 2.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he got the first blood on Ember, but he was definitely involved in it.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, Miggle back to the top lane, and his Stampede's online, so it's not like Lifesteal can really go on him. They haven't got... Fnatic's lockdown is very lacking, apart from the Searing Chain. So this Stampede can theoretically save most of their teammates. It didn't save Father earlier in the mid lane, but in future maybe it's something that could be used. Bottom lane, bit of harass coming out from Trixie, but it looks like mid lane's where we're going to see most of the action happen. Missiles got thrown out. I think there's still no boots of travel. That has been slowed down quite a bit here.
Yeah, Ancients have been stacked though.
Yeah, he hasn't got the rearm just yet, so maybe see a point in that at level 8, but he's still only got level 3 points in the mark. Well, drums up on Lightfill, so he's got his phase drum. Needs to just fly it out to him.
Elder Titan, I think, needs his mech before they can start 5-manning Sigma, but by the time that happens, Tinker will have his BOTs, or he should. He should probably have it right after that Ancient stack.
Yep. Faster? Yeah, yeah, just needs the Ancient stack and he'll be good to go. Parasite, meanwhile, bottom lane, he needs to be a bit careful. Looks like a smoke rotation from No-Tail. 3 points in the poison touch, so does have that extra lockdown. The Spirit going to go looking to chase him down, scout him out, but Luna's like, well, I don't want to take damage from this. I'm going to back off regardless. Picks up a drums. Gives him some more movement speed, survivability. Oh, No-Tail nearby. Doesn't have the vision for this, and he's going to TP out himself. Looks like he's TPing towards the top lane.
Everybody will TP to the top lane.
There's another Ancient stack. He's going to get it. Nicely timed by Fata. That's a big chunk of gold.
Oh, wow, he didn't pick up rearm at 8. I think if he picks up rearm at 8, he can just take this Ancient stack out right now. But without it, it's going to take him some
the
time.
3 points in March, it's quite slow. I mean, I guess the damage is.
I mean, isn't enough.
Less.
32 out of 40. That's
Yeah,
good enough.
Yeah, you're right. It's not too bad.
Radiant's
Costs less
bottom
mana,
tower is under
Yeah.
attack.
Yes, it
Dire's
does.
top
And he has Soul
tower
Ring.
has
Soul Ring plus
fallen.
rearm is OP.
Well, you see, it looks like Sigma get their first tower of the game at the top lane. So this will be. They've got a strong 4-man push. Like Tinker can always just group up with them later once he's boosted
Radiant's
travel. For
bottom
now, he's going to try
tower
to
is
finish his
under
boosted
attack.
travel at mid. And even Fnatic, if they bring 5 heroes, fighting this is not easy by any means. Hani hasn't gone for the phase boost. It looks like he's just picked them up now after his
Radiant's
bracer.
bottom
So the
tower
phase
is
boost adds
under
a lot of
attack.
damage to his sleight of fist spam when he's trying to defend lane. Serpent wards are up though, so Serpent wards plus Chen creeps plus Luna damage. This is a scary push.
Fada is 1990 gold 2 pre-Ancient stack.
Hani, be careful. The flank's coming. We'll see maybe Pass lead the way with a Hex. Like, going to be Miggle here. He's got Fire Remnant. He should be okay with the Fire Remnant. Yeah, I think they just care about the
Dire's
tower
middle
more than the
tower
kill
is
here,
under
but
attack.
now we are going to see the T1 tower go down without a doubt. No glyph, no
Dire's
defense
middle
at all
tower
coming
has
from Fnatic.
fallen.
And at some point, Fnatic have to fight back. They can't just keep letting towers go down.
Yeah, T1s are... you expect them to go down, though, with Sigma's
Dire's
lineup. But
middle tower
T2s,
is
this is
under
when you
attack.
start slamming Sleight of Fist. This is when you... Oh, he does get a chains out.
Serpent Ward, yeah, down river. But Serpent Wards as well as the marching machines dropped onto this tower here. Man does have a mech, pops out, he also uses the Stampede just to get away from Era. Era infests into a chain creep, heals himself up a little bit. No-Tail now getting low. Looks like actually the life steal went down, as does the Dazzle. Nice eclipse coming out from Paris. Gets his team a couple kills. They're going to get the tier 2 tower as well. Ember Spirit on the backlines, unable to do anything.
Really nice Stampede.
Yeah. This push is just can't
Dire's
be dealt with.
middle
Test the
tower
Faith
has
was
fallen.
thrown out onto the Elder Titan looking for another kill. Not going to come, but tier 2 tower, a couple kills. Sigma just getting further and further ahead, and they're looking for, after a 75-minute game, they want a quick one here. So they're going for this fast end strategy. 8k gold lead, 3 to 4k experience, but you're getting all the gold from the towers. You're not getting experience from them, so
And Tinker's going to be super fat. And Luna, too.
what's Tinker got? Well, he hasn't even killed the Ancients yet.
No.
And he's got Boots of Travel, 800. This is practically his Blink Dagger. Speaking of Blink Daggers, that was Shadow Shaman. Yeah, he's got one. So that actually allows him to kill this Ember Spirit with a Blink Hex.
That's
Blink
very early for a support Shadow Shaman, but they've taken down so many towers, and he hasn't died at all this game.
Yep.
So Sigma in a very good position. Looking at the gold lead,
He got
almost
the tower gold. He got-
10,000.
Shadow Shaman got the last 2 towers. That's where it all came from.
Uh-oh.
The Serpent Wards are being used for that. But the man, gotta be careful here with the Ancient.
Soul Ring, easy. Easy, no
Yeah,
HP.
Oh, marking machine. There we go. Alright.
Oh, he's not going to get the experience.
Experience is
Precious,
actually-
precious experience.
That's pretty useful. You kind of want to have the level 4 heat-seeking missiles for the pushes, so you can spam people away.
Yep.
Yeah, no big deal. He'll maybe just TP bottom, get some more XP and farm there, get his Blink Dagger up. Yeah, there we go. And be ready to rejoin fight soon enough.
I think in this early game, it might have just been better for Fnatic to commit Dazzle to mid lane instead of having him top, because he didn't really do anything top. He tried to harass Miguel out a little bit, but instead he ended up feeding him a kill. And now Ember Spirit's like too far behind to really do that much. Not that he's super item dependent, but he's level 9, and his impact has just not been felt at all.
Here comes a potential flank here. They throw an offensive weave out. You see March as well as heat seeking missiles go flying here. Pascal doesn't have to use the Serpent Ward just yet. Air is looking for the initial kill. Can't kill anyone yet. Here come the Chen heals, the mech, the Hand of God. Missy now, also Hanny, sorry, tagged up as well. Missy is looking for some more Slider Fist Spam. We'll get 1 or 2 here. Buyback from the Dazzle even, but look at Fnatic. All their HP is so low. They're being forced back, and that's with a double damage Ember Spirit. They cannot fight into the March of the Machine, heat seeking missile spam with a Chen, mech, and Hand of God. Hand of God even on cooldown for that fight.
Yep.
Serpent Ward did end up getting dropped, but well, it stops the push, but they lose one hero. They buy back the Dazzle as well. It just feels like Fnatic are in a state of disaster right now.
They have so many good ways to start off fights, though. Like, Sigma can just spam out with Tinker, force Fnatic to a bad situation after taking a couple of rockets. They can just focus a tower down with their mass push lineup. They can drop the Serpent Wards and kind of zone Fnatic out. They have 2 Blink Initiates. So everything's going very well for Sigma. Nigel almost gets a kill on Era.
That was
Yeah, he's gonna die.
and there's like a good chance that Era could have just rage dodged the stun there, and even when he hits the stun, they weren't even close to getting that kill. I think it was someone was backing him up. I think it was the Shadow Shaman who was nearby as well, but
An ill-conceived blink.
yes. Now they're looking for going for a push in this bottom lane. Only 2 heroes here. Elder Titan already here for a defense. Doesn't have the Echo Stomp, just the Aura Astral Spirit max. It looks like Paris will be able to get this tower with the help of the Tinker, maybe. Tinker spamming marches along the sidelines here. This is just so annoying. Creep Wave's just getting obliterated, not to mention the Elder Titan. He's getting harassed down, trying to finish off a mech, but no mech just yet. One more Astral Spirit comes out, and this will be enough to keep the tower alive for now, but this next Creep Wave may be enough to finish off. He's looking for the Tinker, but not going to find him. Tinker now TP's back in. I just don't think Fnatic can defend towers.
No, they can't really fight at this point. Like, unless Sigma makes a mistake, but they have not been making too many, aside from Nichols blinking.
Tinker once again in the trees, more marching machines going out. He gets vision, he'll throw those heat seeking missiles. Does get spotted out by the Astral Spirit, but gets a nice little blink off.
If they get a Sleight of Fist chains on him, I think he kind of just throws it out, because you know where the march is coming from. It's like over here, so he has to be standing like in this area. The Sleight of Fist radius is like huge. But, well, though I'm not really sure what the plan was there for Fnatic, but they're just kind of watching Sigma take advantage of this game.
5. Like, they're not defending towers and they're not farming other lanes. Like, if you're going to let them... I guess you're stalling the tower taking, but you should be looking to get farm in other lanes.
You don't stall with, like, a Lifestealer and Abaddon, though. You just stall with Elder Titan, and that's about it.
I feel Fnatic's draft this game was just kind of awful. Like, it was... I think that draft sucks this game, to be honest.
Yes, I did not like the Elder Titan. I thought the first 3 were okay.
They picked... like, the Dazzle's okay. I think the Abaddon was a terrible pick. And then Elder Titan was also...
Abaddon hasn't really done anything because, like, he's supposed to save the important heroes, but the important heroes have just died a lot.
Yeah.
Like, Lifestealer has died, Ember Spirit has died a lot.
This is it for Fnatic. They've smoked around. They're going to try and come at Sigma from behind. Maybe take out down the Chen first to prevent the mech.
I don't know. Fighting in a march is terrible, so they have to kill Fada pretty fast, I'd say. Or Luna, or both.
We'll see who they want to go, and there's a couple heroes. They're going to see a Blink Stun going in on Trixie here. Trixie taking a lot of damage, as is Hani. Hani actually getting disabled up. He's going to go down to the Serpent Ward damage. He's going to chase him down. Meanwhile, the Eric flank has not really done too much here. Eclipse going to go out. The Chen heals as well coming into play. Fnatic, they lose 2. They're going to lose a 3rd here if the Dazzle Grave wears off. It will wear off momentarily. Meanwhile, Era on the run here. Gets shackled up. There's a hoof stop to follow it up. There's a double edge. Era going to go down, and possibly even a GG call to follow, because this game is all but over. Fnatic just getting destroyed here.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're not tapping out right now. This is so over.
GG. Well, I'm not impressed with Hani's Ember.
Honestly, I don't think his Ember was that great, but I don't think it was that bad. I think the draft.
They should have protected him better.
Yeah, they could have protected him better, but like, you have 2 supports who are both so passive, and then you have an Elder Titan in the offlane. Like, they have no good lockdown. They have no good tempo controllers.
They don't have that much damage. They have no anti-push, though. They saw the push coming, like, well in advance.
And then they picked Abaddon and Lifestealer. And like last pick, Elder Titan was like kind of to deal with pushes, but they needed, like, I don't know, like something better than an Abaddon, and something better than a Lifestealer for against a push strat.
Yes, that did not work out well for them at all.
Well,
and it was nice play from the Chen too. I think Chen just like completely interrupted Fnatic's early game. He played exactly how he was supposed to.
Yeah, that's bad news for Fnatic, because they were sitting on 3 losses. They still had a good shot at the LAN finals, but they'll now get their 4th loss. Sigma, they're also not doing fantastic. They're sitting on 5 losses, well, things are getting interesting here in our last day. We've got, I think, one more match coming up. That's going to be our last match of today. It's going to be Cloud9 versus Fnatic. If Fnatic play like that, they may get just wiped to pieces, because Cloud9 are playing really well lately. They beat Empire in a best of 5 yesterday, so I definitely rate them pretty highly. But that does it for this match. Pretty straightforward. Nothing more to really say. I don't know.
Sigma played a lot better than they did the previous game.
Yes, that's very true. But guys, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, it's Cloud9 versus Fnatic. I think we're actually back on schedule. This last game's meant to start in 15 minutes. We were past schedule after the 75-minute game, but thanks to Sigma for a fast win, we're back on schedule. So 15 minutes time, it's going to be Cloud9 versus Fnatic. Stay tuned, guys.